September 20th, 1862, Sharpsburg, Maryland. Well, Catherine, I am well and hope these few lines will find you all well and happy. Since I last wrote to you, we have seen some very hard times. We have left Munson's Hill soon after I wrote to you and came through Georgetown and Washington and came to Frederick City, Maryland, where we had a little fight with the enemy who soon left, and we got possession of the city about sundown the 12th of September. We left the next morning and drove the enemy on until we had arrived at Middletown and camped. The next morning went on to South Mountain, where the enemy had taken up their position, and about 10 o'clock we got into a fight and drove the enemy back. In this fight my brother was killed. He was shot through the head. About 9 o'clock the enemy advanced on us again, and we had another very hard fight, but we succeeded in driving them from the mountain. This was the 14th of September. The next evening we followed after them, and after driving them to Sharpsburg, we had another very hard battle, this being the 17th of September. I'm about worn out, for we have marched nearly every day for the last week, and we've been in about 4 fights. Artillery is heard every day nearby, and has been for the last month. Our battle at South Mountain resulted in killed 200, wounded 400 or 500. This is about our loss. The loss of the enemy, 1,000 killed and about 3,000 wounded. Catherine, there is no fun in fighting, and I wish the war was over and we all at home. My trust is in the one that can protect us, for he is the Lord of battles, and his will be done. Catherine, I feel sorrowful and lonesome. I can scarcely write an intelligent letter, but you will see the details of the battles in the papers. Our captain was slightly wounded in the arm. I want you to write soon and direct to me in the care of Captain Fowler, Company D, 30th Regiment, O.V.I, Cox Division, via of Washington. We are camped near Sharpsburg, Maryland, and I hope these few lines will find you all well. Remember me, Catherine. Farewell, E.J. Allton, Catharine Shick. Overall, this letter feels incredibly important regarding Erasmus and his life. This is the letter in which his brother is killed, and South Mountain is a very big battle in the Civil War. He's worn out, and he puts all of his faith in religion, which is like a common theme that we see in war and history, is a lot of religious elements, and I feel like that's super impactful in seeing just how worn out and tiresome the Civil War really was on its soldiers, because typically I feel like we have no scope of how exactly the Civil War affected the individual soldiers within it, and to know that this is an important event in Erasmus' life is something that I feel like really hits home for a lot of people that have experienced war or have family in war. And often it's difficult for us to humanize them on an individual level. This letter provides an opportunity for us to grasp the scope of war in a way that we typically don't get the opportunity to. It offers us somewhat of a perspective on his feelings and thoughts, and these letters are deeply personal, a soldier to his future wife. And I think that it just communicates like the desire to want to go home, even though you kind of know what you're fighting for. And it overall just encapsulates a lot of feelings that we don't really get an opportunity to see in textbooks and in academic literature.